All right, bruh, fans, here we are. My fourth video about the show in a row. Wow, this is great. So we are going to talk about whether or not Bill, if he did Regina dirty. Now, let's be completely honest. Even though I gave last week's episode a relatively low score, off the top of my head, I think I gave the episode a 4.5 out of 10 because of the fact that it wasn't a terrible episode. It was just the first episode of Bruh so far where I felt like, ooh, there go the Tyler Perry-isms of repetitive dialogue and stuff like that. And the fact that it really showed that, you know what, if we got 2 episodes a week, I wouldn't be mad. I feel like 2 episodes would be enough to just say, you know what, we're not going to be doing 41 or 42-minute episodes, but here are 21-minute episodes to, kind of condense it together. So I like the show. I really do. I just felt like last week was the least eventful episode we've gotten so far. However, a majority of the episode was definitely focused on the Bill, Regina, will they get together, won't they get together kind of thing. Or will they, won't they? Personally, and Mike, and this is one of my favorite parts of the episode, Mike called out Bill on his bull crap. You do realize if she calls off her wedding with Peter, she's going to expect you to step up and be that dude. Now, she's not going to wait another 3 years again. She wants to get married now. Are you ready for that? And Bill was talking the whole time. I was like, and I can't really do a good Bill impression because it's only been a few episodes. Like, hey, I love her. Don't you ever think all these girls you be sleeping around with, like you could, one of these could be the right one, and you just let them slip through your fingers? But that begs the question of, let's say hypothetically, Regina by herself walked into A&J Sandwiches and Bill was there eating his lunch. What if he just happened to just be sitting there and she came in? How would that conversation go? Would Bill still try to avoid her? Would he be awkward? Would Regina not even care? I mean, the only reason he called her later that day was because, oh, we saw each other. You're engaged to Peter. You're going to get married next month. Now you want to talk, kiss an engaged woman, and then say call off the wedding. I think Bill wants what he can't have. And as a man, I can understand that. Me personally, I'm not the home wrecking type. And I'm not using these videos as a dating ad. I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to show that, once again, I love Bruh because I see a little bit of myself in various characters. So I feel like this really makes the show stand out. To me personally, when I see someone that I got a crush on, but then I find out they're taken, that's almost like an automatic shutdown for me. But then the argument could be made by some people like, well, hey, unless there's a ring on their finger, well, hey, whatever. But at the same time, I have morals, but that's just me. I mean, there are a lot of celebrity couples and heck, people I know who are married to someone who, hey, they were with someone else, but then I decided to shoot my shot and it worked out. I don't know. I mean, I've always had that choose me or lose me mentality. And usually I'm the one who, loses. But at the same time, it's like, if I had to be with someone who had to second guess their feelings for me, even though I know how I feel about them, I don't even know if I would want them, But then again, it comes to a point where what if I'm lonely and it's like, well, hey, you're the first person and you broke. So yeah, I understand that. Trust me. I mean, I'm saying one thing now, but I can mean another thing in another day in another situation. But I feel like Bill only wants to get with Regina because he realizes it's kind of like did Mike or Regina mention this? It's like, I'm not some toy that you could just toss away when you're tired of me, but when you see someone else playing with it, or now you decide you want it back. I feel like that's exactly what Bill is doing because what was it? They broke up and she still waited for him for like 2 years and then she eventually moved on. So I feel like if Bill was really serious about getting himself together, because I guess at the core, part of him was like, I need to focus on my business and everything and my company before I get into a marriage. Okay, that's one thing, but you neglecting Regina and not wanting her because she's all up under you and stuff like that, that's a jerk move. So to me, it's like sometimes the one gets away because, well, you didn't treat her right you didn't treat them right when you had them. And if the right one finds happiness with another one, then who are you to stand in the way of their happiness? So, Bill, I know you're a main character, but what you're doing is wrong. That's just me. Because trust me, I've been the Peter before. You know, girls, well, then he, oh God. Anyway, yeah, I understand Peter calling it off. I would have done the same thing. But then again, I'm like, I don't know how much weddings cost. Like, imagine putting a lot of money, the invites and all that stuff, and then it gets canceled. I mean, like, hey, y'all can fly out. We can have a buffet or picnic or something like that because I can't eat all this food myself and there are no refunds. So I don't know. I just feel like Bill, what if Regina does decide to stay with him, if they decide to try things out again, will Bill step up? Will he marry Regina? Will he be any different than what he was before? Will Regina just call things off with him and try to get back with Peter? It's like Miss Alice said, what you need to do, you need to cut off, make up your own mind. Cut one of them off completely. Do what you feel is right for you. So I think at the end of the day, Regina and Bill might try it, and then Bill might go back to his old ways. We'll have to wait and see, because it's one thing to be a bachelor doing your thing, but then when you get what you want, you realize, I feel like Bill and Regina might get back together once again, realize why they didn't stay together, which is really mostly Bill. And then Bill not really willing to have someone. What's the word? What's that phrase they use when it comes to marriage? It's like the old ball and chain. Do you think because Mike was like, hey, no more ass. She's the only one. She's like Walmart, one-stop shopping. Like that's it. You can't go to Amazon. You can't go to Target. You can't do anything else. It's just her. Look, I'm just making up that analogy because I have a very strong urge to do some online shopping later today. So I feel like Bill is probably going to second guess himself because what you want isn't what you thought you really needed. You just wanted it. I feel like that's probably what's going to happen with Regina. Like him and Regina will probably get back together. Then halfway through the season, like, you know what? I made a mistake. What if she's not the one? It's like, dude, you made her call off a wedding. Well, you led her to do things that caused the wedding to be called off. So you ruin her relationship, her future marriage, and not to mention like her old family knows about you and how you treated her and stuff like that. So, imagine them finding out that their daughter, who was getting married to a good man, can't let hey, the wedding's off, and now you're going back to the guy who treated you like crap. Whew, that's going to be fun at the family reunion. But let me know what you think. Do you think Bill is genuine in his feelings for Regina? Or do you think it's just a matter of, you know what, I didn't realize what I had until it was gone and then somebody else had her. And I just feel like the biggest excuse is after he pretty much just tossed her to the side. And even though she waited a couple years, if he was really about Regina, he would have tried to reach out or something like that before finding out. I mean, that's usually how it goes. Like, you don't reach out. The thing he's doing with Regina now is what he should have done a couple years ago before she even got together with Peter. No, you wait until right before she gets married to do so. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how things play out. But what do you think? Is Bill being genuine? Do you think he's just upset because something that he had and didn't appreciate is now being valued and treated properly by someone else? Do you think if Regina does decide to give him a shot, he'll change? Do you think he'll get married? Do you think he'll propose? We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe their dog will be the deciding factor. So thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification icon. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description. Or you can donate to the channel as well on Cash App, PayPal, or Patreon. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you later.